We are already in the 6th month of 2023. If I ask you now, what have you achieved? What would you say to me? Most of you will be like, nothing. Most of you will be like, I've achieved my life. I have saved my life, so that's important. Of course, it is important to save your life. But it is also imperative that you save something else, which is yourself. Save yourself from yourself. You know there's a saying like that, right? You know it's actually possible to save yourself from yourself, because of course many of us, we are the architect of our own problems. We are the reason for our downfall. We just don't choose to accept it. We choose to blame it on other entities, but we forget that we ourselves, we are the mastermind of our problems. We create our own problems and we choose not to solve them. So right now, guys, I have come to tell you ways to not be the architect of your own problem. I use this and they worked for me, so I'm going to share it with you all, because at a point in my time, in my life, I was also the problem of my problem. I don't know if you understand, but it's a thing. Believe me, it's a thing. So I want to save you all from yourself right now. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you ways, simple ways to improve yourself and become unrecognizable, even to your own self. That's what I'm going to teach you today, how to level up mentally, physically, mindset wise, any kind of thing. Just level up your life. With the remaining parts of this year, you're going to be unrecognizable. If you follow these few steps I'm going to be telling you today, stick with me, guys. Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Chelsea, as you already know. Welcome back to Chelsea's Hub. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to turn on your post notification. Let's get into this, okay? Ways to be unrecognizable, ways to level up and turn up your life for the better. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you all today. The remaining 6 parts of this month, the first thing I have in mind, or the first thing I have to tell you today, is manage your time. It is important that you manage your time. We all have 24 hours in a day. Those rich men you see out there, they have same time as you. What is the difference? What are they doing that you're not doing? What is that thing they are doing right? They are managing their own 24 hours. They are making it very useful, utilizing their time. Unlike us, unlike you, because I'm no longer in that category. I said earlier, I have shifted myself away from there. But manage your time. You are not overwhelmed. You are just unorganized. That is it. I know you'll be like, I have a lot of things to do, so I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. I know. But you have same 24 hours as the next person sitting close to you. But what is the difference? The difference is you are unorganized. You don't know how to manage your time. There is a book on time management. I want you all to go get it and read it. I'm going to put it on the screen so you guys can see it. Look for it and watch it. That book was what helped me start utilizing my time, start making good use of my time, because time, they say, is money. It is not only they say, oh, time, it is money. Do you know people buy? Of course, I know most of you know your time is for sale. So if you use your time, if you utilize it very well, you're going to be getting a lot of results from those time. Instead of scrolling through TikTok or one social media account or the other, you're going to use it to do something good. First of all, the first thing you have to do in managing your time is to create a to-do list. Do you know what that to-do list will help you to do? It will help you. You're able to write what you want to do in a day. That 24 hours, your bathing time, include it. This is the total time I'm going to take my bath. This is when I'm going to eat. This is when I'm going to... Do you know if you wake up without a plan, the whole day is going to be planless? Yes. So if you wake up and you have a to-do list, you look at your list. You're able to check, okay, I've done this, I've done that, I've done... It will make your life so organized. That feeling of overwhelmingness that you usually feel is going to be out of the picture. Why? Because you know how to use your time. So first of all, we are going to create a to-do list. Secondly, we are going to wake up early. Those big men that you see out there that be like they wake up around 4 a.m. They are not lying. I'm telling you. The more earlier you wake up, the more you are able to plan your day. The more time you have to plan your day. Remember, we have 24 hours in a day. So if you use 8 hours out of your 24 hours to sleep, it's leaving you with just how many? It's leaving you with 16 hours. Of course, you're also going to take your bath, you're also going to eat, you're going to brush, you're going to do so many things that's going to take your time. So instead of waking up around 10 a.m. because that's how unuseful you are to yourself, instead of waking up around 11 a.m., Why don't you wake up around 5? Wake up around 5, take your bath, brush your teeth, have breakfast, do a little bit of exercise. I think that's among what I'm going to talk about today, but do a little bit of exercise. That way you have more time in a day than those people waking up around 11 and 12 and 1. You have more time to get things done. So wake up earlier. I've mentioned 2 things already in managing your time. I said wake up earlier and have a to-do list. Third is set deadlines. Yes, it's important to have deadlines. If you give yourself a task to do and you don't have deadlines, that task is going to keep running on. You're going to run that task for over 2 months. Why? Because there is no deadline. But if you have a deadline, you say, all right, I have this social task to do, and I'm giving myself a week to do it. I'm going to write how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a to-do list of how I'm going to get it done. In a week, I should be done with this task. You know, if you do that, in a week you'll be done and you'll be able to move on to the next task. But if you don't have a deadline, nothing is going to force you to want to do it. You're going to do it with your own free leisure time. Those times you're using to watch social media are not your leisure times because you feel like you're putting them into good use, right? No, you're not. So have deadlines on things you want to achieve. Set deadlines on those things. Also, I want you to stick to those schedules. With everything I've said from 1 to 4 right now, it's going to be impossible if you don't stick to them. Remember, discipline is key. In my other videos, if you go watch my other videos about discipline, you will see how I mentioned ways disciplines are going to help your life in general. So what I want you to do is stick to those schedules. Don't just write them and leave them there watching you. Stick to them, write them and stick to them. Force yourself, discipline yourself to stick with them, because if you practice discipline, you're going to be 10 times ahead of most people, because self-discipline is one of the hardest things to achieve. I know most of you don't believe you have issues with self-disciplines, but if you sit down and talk to yourself, you realize you do have issues with self-discipline, and it is important to have discipline. Number 2 is focus on one thing. Yes, focus on one thing. A lot of us want results. We want success. We want the success story, the huge stories you see people talking about. We want it. But we are unable to focus on one thing. Focusing 100% on one particular thing, the result is going to come out faster than putting 20% on 5 different things. Don't forget that where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you're able to focus 100% of your time on one thing, you're going to get results instead of sharing your attentions. A lot of us, we are guilty of this. We are guilty of not being able to focus. It's difficult to focus. You know that the life you want to live is at the other end of focus. You don't like your current life, but the life you wish for yourself, the life you want for yourself, is not with you right now. It's not standing with you. It's at the other end of focus, at the other end of discipline. Yes, those things are very imperative. They're very, 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 very imperative. I'm going to keep hitting on them in all my videos until it sticks to our head. Number 3 is make gradual improvements. You know you cannot get to level 10 with level 1 habits now. You know that, right? Of course. So make gradual improvements. It's a day by day something. It's a daily thing. Step by step. Take it baby step. Don't force it. Don't rush it. Step by step. And how do you take it step by step? If you have something you want to do, take it paragraph by paragraph. Take it page by page. Read page by page. Write page by page or paragraph by paragraph. Start by doing it today. Start by doing one workout today. If there's something, if it no matter how big, if you want to become a big YouTuber, start by creating one video today. If you want to become a big fashion designer, start by creating one cloth today. It all starts from that one step. Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with just a step. You don't get to level 10 by not starting level 1. Level 1 might seem difficult and hard, excruciating and all that, but yes, it has to be. If the story is not tough, the end result is not going to be interesting. The story has to be very, very tough. You have to know how to be consistent. You will be tested. If you want to, those people you want to be like in future, those people you look up to, ask them about their success story. They're going to tell you how tough level 1 and 2 were. They're very, very tough. So if you want to get to that place you want to get to, you start by focusing and learn how to improve from that level 1. Don't stay there and sit. You have to improve. So that's why my number 3 is improve gradually. You're going to get it. Take it step by step. Start today. Take it step by step. Remember, it's not going to be perfect. If you wait for it to be perfect, it's never going to be. There's no perfect time. The perfect time is now. So start. Minor improvement over time leads to big changes. My number 4 is assess things from a diagnostic standpoint. What does that mean? It means the things you cannot control, let them go. That's what it simply means. Focus on those negative parts of yourself, of your life that you always focus on. Is it going to help you? Has it ever helped you? Of course not. So why focus 100% energy on negative things? Why say negative things to yourself when you cannot control those things? Stand on the part of things you can control. Ask yourself, can I control this thing? If it's no, then let it go. Let it go with the wind. If you cannot control it. So you need to ask yourself, what am I in control of? What can I do better? How can I improve myself? You always need to be able to ask yourself deep questions. Look at life from another view, from another standpoint. Don't just look at life from what you know. The world is much more bigger than what you already know right now. What you know has gotten you to the point where you are right now. Do you still want to continue being who you are right now? The answer is no, right? Of course, meaning there has to be a switch of a mindset. There has to be a change in your mindset. You have to change how you think to get what you want, because that version of you that you are right now could only get you this far. It cannot go past where it is right now, except you decide to change it and improve it. So always be able to ask yourself questions. Don't put the blame on anybody. Learn how to tell yourself the truth. Ask yourself questions. Did I do wrong? Did I do right? How can I change it? Okay, how can I do this? What am I in control of? What can I control? What can't I control? Things you cannot control, you let them go. A problem-solving mindset will help you move past roadblock easily. Develop a problem-solving mindset. Instead of looking at your life from the victim standpoint, look at it from the other side, the champion side. There are different sides to a story, so pick which story you want to tell. Pick which side you want to be on. Don't just sit in the part where you allow things happen to you. Decide, okay, fine, it's happening for me. Change your mindset. That's number 4. So what I'm trying to say in number 4 generally is switch your mindset and change it into something powerful. Your mind is your only tool to face and wither any kind of storm that comes your way. Your mindset. So work on it, improve on it every day. Number 5 is create a high value network. I say this in some of my videos. It is important to create a high value network. People you know, who you know, is much more important than what you know. The person sitting next to you might take you from level 0 to 100. A connect will change your life. Don't underestimate the power of friends, the power of socializing, the power of networking. Don't underestimate it. It is very important. Meet people, create network. Don't just meet people. Oh, I don't mean anyhow people. Meet quality people. Try to make friends with people. So human beings are generally designed to get along with each other, to be able to survive, which means you will develop traits, habits of people that are close to you. You will learn what they are learning. You will be able to, even if you're doing it unconsciously, you don't even know, but you will start behaving like the people around you. Don't forget that birds of the same feather flock together. So if you're with people who are not good for your soul, for your spirit, you're going to start behaving like them. So try to get quality people around you in your circle. Reduce the time you spend with people who cannot push you to be a better person. Reduce the time you spend with people who will pull you back, and spend more time with people who can pull you forward, pull you to your greatest potential, because you have something in you. We all do, but we've just not met the right circle of people to help us push us to our great potentials, to our highest self. So meet high quality people, try to network, try to be friendly with people, because it's important you meet those people in your life. You cannot be in a squad of people who are always gossiping about fellow human beings, or who are envious, who are backbiting others. You cannot be in that kind of squad, because if you are there, you are like them. That's all you have to think. That's all you think about. Change your circle. Move with people who talk about business, who give you business ideas, who tell you how to move, who increase your confidence, who will teach you how to be the best version of yourself. Those are the people you should be seen around with. Because why? You have to be selfish with yourself, with your life. You have to know how to want something and get it. Number 6 is get into deep work. Remove distraction. How you spend your time is important. How you spend your days, those are important. So get into deep work. Condition yourself on how to stay focused. Condition yourself, discipline yourself on how to get something done. It's important. And lastly, find your purpose. Every one of us have purpose. Every one of us have something we're here to do. It's just difficult to find it. But if you're able to find what you want to do, it makes life easier. It is harder to live a fulfilled life without a clear path. Don't just allow life happen to you. Make things happen. Be intentional. This is where intentional comes in. Make things happen, because nothing is going to come to you. Nothing is going to want to work out for you if you don't make it work out. Remember that. You have to find your purpose. Everything in life becomes easier once we have clarity. Once we are clear on which path we are taking. You're not supposed to live this life blindly. You're supposed to live in this life blindly. You're supposed to know this and this and this are what are important for me. They are what I should be doing right now. So why am I doing this? It's easier to just know what you want to do and do it. It's difficult when you don't know what you want to do. But if you don't know what you want to do, that's the point where you have to sit with yourself and find what you want to do. Find something you're good at. That is in my previous video, so I'm not going to talk on and on about it. If you want to see it, it's in the description down below. Go watch it. How to find your purpose. But right now, you need to find your purpose. In this 2023 that we are in, the remaining 6 months of this year, you need to find something that you are good at, or something that you love, and focus on it. So these are just few but important, very important tips that I have prepared for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you did, give it a fat thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so that you'll be notified when I post a new video. And I'm out, guys. Bye.